Morning everyone, a very good morning. Shall we begin the session? Yes, today's topic is new topic, that is the revision of database design concept. In the last class, that is in the Friday's class, we have finished with the revision of the computer system. So we are going to start with the revision of this revision of the system design or the revision of the system database design concept. So let's start with the session. This is the ebook that is available for the database design concepts. These are the various contents of this book. All right. Okay. Wait for others. So this is the content of this, we can say, the database design concepts module. First part is chapter number 1 is introduction. That includes the database system applications, purpose of the database system, view of the data, what is the view of the data that is available over here. Then database languages, relational database, and so on. So this is just an introduction. And today I'm going to start with the introduction only. Then part number 1 is relational databases. What is a relational database? How we can use the relational database? What is SQL? What is the use of SQL? How to use the SQL with the data definition, with the modification of the database. Then what are the various SQL queries? Then what are the various nested subquery aggregate function that is available in the additional basic operators or operations. Then intermediate SQL, what is the basic SQL? One is the intermediate SQL that includes the join expression, that includes the views, transaction, integrity constraint, SQL data types and the schema, authorization, summary, exercises, then bibliographic notes. Then chapter number 5 is advanced SQL. Yeah, this is the intermediate SQL, one is the basic, then introduction, then intermediate, the advanced. Then chapter number 6 is formal relational query language. What is the meaning of formal relational query language? That is available within the relational algebra, within the tuple relation calculus, domain relation calculus, summary, exercises, bibliographic notes. Then part number 2 is database design. That includes the ER model, that is the entity relationship model, that includes the extended ER features, alternative notation for modeling the data, other aspects of the database design, summary, entity relationship diagrams, reduction to the relational schemas. Then what are the various features of the good relational schema design that is available? That includes a decomposition, that includes the atomic domain, first normal form, more normal form, decomposition using the functional dependencies, then algorithm for the decomposition along with the modeling temporal data. Modeling temporal data is the sense what are the various data that is available for modeling them for using in the database concepts. Then application design and the development. Yes, that is covered in the part number 2, that is database design. Then part number 3 is data storage and querying. So we have done with the database concept, we did done with the database design. Then how to store the data and how to fetch the query or how to run a query to make the records from the storage. So chapter number 10 is storage and the file structure. Then indexing and the hashing. What is the meaning of indexing? Then hashing. That includes the multi-key access, that includes the definition, that includes the bitmap indices, that includes the static hashing. Then chapter number 12 is query processing, then query optimization. Then part number 4 is transaction management. That includes chapter number 14 is transaction, that includes the transaction concept, a simple transaction model, storage structure, then transaction isolation includes isolation levels, implementation of the isolation levels, then transactions as the SQL statements. Then chapter number 15 is concurrency control. That includes the log-based protocols. That includes the deadlock handling. That includes the multiple kernelity. That includes the validation, multi-version schemas, concurrency in the index structure, weak level of the constraint in the practice. Then chapter number 16 is recovery management or the recovery system. That includes the failure classification, storage, recovery and the atomicity, recovery algorithm. Then ARIES, that is the early lock release and logical undo operations. Then part number 5 is system architecture. What is the system architecture that is available over here? How it is used. Then chapter number 17. Database system architecture. Then includes parallel databases, distributed databases. Then 6 is data warehousing. 7 is special databases. 8 is advanced topic in this. Then case study. So let's start with the first one. That is chapter number 1, introduction. Not the part 1. That is chapter number 1. So what is the DBMS? It is a collection of interrelated data and a set of the program. So whenever we combine interrelated data, whenever we combine multiple figures, we can say the set of the program to access the data, that is known as the DBMS. So DBMS is a collection of the interrelated data and a set of the programs to access those data that is required. And the collection of data usually referred as a database contains information relevant to an enterprise. For example, an enterprise organization makes a database, makes a language, makes a information relevant to the enterprises. And the primary goal of DBMS is to provide a way to store and retrieve database information that is both convenient and efficient. Whatever the data that is available for the conveniency, that is able to retrieve the database information. And database systems are also designed to manage the large bodies of the information that involves defining the structure for storing of the information and providing the mechanism for the manipulation of the information. In addition to this, the database system also ensures the safety of the information stored despite system crashes or attempts at the unauthorized access. So whatever the unauthorized access, whatever the information stored, that is available under the database DBMS or the database design concepts. And if the data is to be shared among the various users, then the system must avoid the possible results. That includes, the main reason is that because information is very efficient or is very much required in the organization, so computer scientists has developed a large body of the concepts and techniques for managing the data. And these concepts and techniques from the focus of this book that describe the principle of the database systems. Then database system applications that are available with various application. One is the enterprise information that includes the sales, that includes the accounting, that includes the human resource, that includes the manufacturing. Sales is for the customer, product, and the purchase information. Then accounting for the payment, receipts, account balance, asset, and other accounting information. Then human resources, that includes information about the employees, about the salaries, payroll taxes, benefits. Manufacturing, that includes a supply chain for tracking of the information, items in the factories, inventories of the item in the warehouses, and the order for the machine. Then online retailers. Then next one is, it is also used in the banking and the finance for customer information, accounts, loans, and banking transactions. Then credit card transactions for the purchase on the credit cards, generation of the monthly statements. Then finance for storing the information about the holdings, sales, purchase of the financial information such as the stocks, bonds, also for the storing the real-time market data to enable on the online trading by the customers and automated trading. Then universities, that includes a system of the student information, course registration, grades. Then airlines for reservation and the schedule information that were among first to use the database in the geographically distributed manner. The next one is a telecommunication for keeping the records of the calls made, generating the monthly bills, maintaining the balances on the prepaid calling cards, and also storing the information about the communication network, that is a telecommunication. Now, next is what is the main purpose of the database system? To maintain the records, to add the records, add the student, instructor, and the courses. That is the main purpose of the database system. The database systems are in response to early method of the computerized management of the commercial data. As an example of such method, typically of the 1960s, consider the taken out data from this one. So whatever the data that is required, so that arise in the system or the methods of the commercial management of the commercial data. And as an example of such method, typically of the 1960, consider part of the organization, university organization, that among other data also keeps the information about all the instructors, students, departments, and the course offering. And one way to keep the information on a computer is to store in an operating system file that also allows to manipulate the information. The system has a number of the application programs that manipulates the file, including the programs to add the new students, instructor, and the courses, then register the student for the courses, and also generate the class rosters. This is also done with the help of the database system because everything is available in the centralized location. Yes. Then assigns the grades of the students, compute the grade point averages, that is the GPA, and also generates the transcript. And also the system programmer uses or wrote these applications as per the records, as per the requirements to meet the needs of the university. And new application programs also added to the system as a need arises. And for example, suppose that a university decides to create a new measure that is say computer science. As a result, the university creates a new department and creates a new permanent files to record the information about all the instructors in the department, student in that measured course offering, degree requirement, and so on. And the university may have to write new application programs to deal with the rules specific to the new major application that also requires more files and more application programs. And the typical file processing system is also supported by the conventional operating system. Then in this, the system also stored the permanent records in various files and needs a different application program to extract the records from and add the records in the separate files that are also used in the stored information, that are also used in the information in such a manner. The next one is redundancy and the inconsistency. So whenever we are using DBMS, so there is a less chances of the duplicate data. So the data redundancy is reduced too much. So since different programmers create the files and application programs over a long period, the various files are also likely to have different structure and the program that may be written in the several programming languages, and moreover the same information may be duplicated in the various files. For example, if a student has a double major, say the address and telephone number of the student that may appear in a file that consists of the student records of the student in the music department, in a file that may consist of the student records in the mathematics department. So the redundancy leads to the higher storage, higher cost. Everything is more in case of the redundancy, in case of the duplicate data. So that may also lead to the data inconsistency. That is, a various copy may take the longer time, longer agree. So for example, a changed student address may be reflected in the music department and may not shown somewhere in the system. Then next is difficulty in accessing the data. Suppose one of the university has checked the data for this one, so he or she acquires a clerk for making that. Yes, Joseph, are you able to hear me? Hi, Joseph, are you able to hear me? Hello?
Hello, sir.
Yes, Joseph, how are you?
Fine, sir.
Yes, tell me the doubt, Joseph.
Yes, sir. He's on tax 5.
Okay,
Object oriented.
which assignment? Assignment number?
Object oriented programming.
Assignment object-oriented programming.
Yes, sir.
Okay, just a minute. For the part number 2, or only one assignment is there in this one?
Sir?
Just a minute. This is the assignment that you are asking about.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What about the task number 5?
Task number 5.
Yes. Yes, tell me what is the doubt?
Yes. Task 5.
Yes. Evaluate the relationship between the objects. What is the relationship between the object to implement the design requirement in the above program? This is the program, as you see.
Well,
So, yes.
yeah, which of the above program?
This is the above program.
Because we have 2 programs there.
This is the program. This is the scenario that is given over here. Sorry. I'm so sorry. This is the program that is given over here for this task.
The triangle, the area of a triangle.
Yes. So in this you have created some objects, right? So what is the relationship between that objects to implement the design requirement? These are the functions. Get data is a function, display area is a function, display area is a function. So what is the relationship between the objects? So because the main thing is that for creating the functions, you have to create the objects.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So any doubts?
No, sir. That's just, I just want to know.
No. This is just right. What is the relationship between the objects? This object is created for this function. This object is created for this function. So what is the relationship between the objects?
Okay, sir.
All right. Any other doubts?
No, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Pardon?
Yes. Have they started new section for this program?
New session.
Yes, for this program in Mercury, have they started new set of people?
No, I don't think so because this is in the hands of the management. I'm a teacher, I don't know about these management concepts.
Okay. You said you will help me find out where my wife can do graphic design.
Pardon?
You said you will help me find out the center where my wife can do graphic design.
Graphic design. Yes, I found out the center that is available in India, but that does not provide the online teaching.
Okay, they don't provide online teaching.
No, that is the main thing.
Okay. What's the name of the center, sir?
Pardon?
What's the name of the center?
I'm not able to get you what are you saying.
The name of the institution.
Okay, I will WhatsApp you the name of the center, right?
Okay, sir.
All right, but not right now. Latest by the night because my Wi-Fi is available in the home.